As a software engineer, what matters the most to me is organization, way more than your technical skills. Okay, of course, you do have to know very well how everything you do works in depth. But when you have a good organization, when you have also learning habits, and every day you learn something new, how to be a better prompt engineer, how to write better prompts where you need, how to use more efficiently Cloud Code, Codex, and similar tools, how to use in a better way the slash commands in Cloud Code, in OpenAI Codex, how to be better with your AI code-driven editor, how to be better with AWS, to architect your server, how to make it to scale quicker. All of this is part of how we organize our day. There is an issue at the moment. As a company, we do scale a lot, but the server doesn't. And it goes down quite quickly. What can we do? And we try to horizontally scale, but everything slows down. How can we make it more efficient? It's also about the organization, how I organize my day. This morning, I will spend the whole morning thinking about this. I will use an AI tool as my assistant to have some ideas, better ideas, instead of looking in books or other resources online like I used to do. Well, I will go to Perplexity, to Comet, and I will make some research there, and I will look at specific keywords, specific terms I need to know, I need to be aware of to fix the current issue. Because at the end of the day, we are problem solvers. We do solve problems, but how can I don't just want to be a problem solver. How can I be the best problem solver possible? Like a lot of people say, oh, you should be a problem solver, you should solve problems. It is good, but it's not just that, it's not enough. How to be a better problem solver than the one I used to be yesterday. And always look how you can be better than how you used to be yesterday. And progress from there, because being a good software engineer, it's a lot about the mindset too, and how you speak to your colleagues, to your peers, how you interact with them. So psychology plays a good part there. When you have a good mindset, when you have a good way of interacting with people, and you know psychology quite well, you can, of course, be also better and be a better software engineer. So when you work on your mindset, when you work on who you are, on how you do things, and what you can change in your days to be a better person. So step by step, each day, you will be the ideal software engineer. And in my case, like I see this as a journey. It's really a journey, and it's a fascinating journey, but at the same time, it's like a game, because you will never be perfect. And there will always be areas in your job where you will have weaknesses. And so the goal is to patch the weaknesses that matters the most in your job. Not weaknesses that are not needed now, but the ones that are super important to be fixed. for your job. So I highly recommend you to seek for pieces of advice. If you have a mentor, if you have a more senior engineer, you can learning from your colleagues, even the more junior ones. They have things you don't know. They know things you don't necessarily know. So it's also extremely important to learn not just from the senior ones, but don't see the junior ones as lower than you. You should never, because everybody has things to learn from each other, and everybody is as good as you, but in different areas. You know more, and you are maybe wiser in some specific areas, but when you have an ego and you believe you are better than others, you will stop learning. By definition, you believe, oh, me, I'm the manager, the people I do manage, they know less than me, and that's all, and I don't even want to listen to them. I had some managers in the past, especially one, where that person wouldn't learn and wouldn't want to learn from the people he was managing, because I'm not sure actually why. Unfortunately, I didn't ask him, but clearly he was making the same decisions only because he was a manager, so he wanted to take the decisions from him, but it wasn't the right one, the right decision to take. And it was obvious, but he didn't want to take a better decision to take just because it came from someone else who was more junior. And that's a big mistake. You know, it's again about ego. Someone else has the solution, but because that person is junior and me, I had another solution before, but I do have to admit my decision was not the best one. And of course, that junior person was right, and I should listen to him or to her. And that's the right approach. Like, have zero ego. Ego is the enemy. And it's really about the mindset. It's really about, to be a better software engineer, it's how you can be open-minded, how you can be open to new opportunities and to new ways of learning. And that way you will be the best software engineer solving the most complex problems